A cold wind swept across the parking lot as Ethan, a single dad, rushed toward the massive glass building towering over him like a reminder of everything he owed, everything he feared losing, and everything he was still holding together with shaking hands. He clutched his worn lunchbox and whispered to himself, "Today will be okay." It has to be. But today would not be anything like he imagined. Before the story begins, make sure you like this video and subscribe to Goodness Hub Stories because what you're about to hear will hold your heart till the final second. Ethan worked as a maintenance supervisor at Aldridge Innovations, a multi-billion-dollar tech empire owned by the famously mysterious billionaire, Adrian Aldridge. Adrian was known for his sharp mind, colder stare, and a reputation that made employees walk straighter whenever his footsteps echoed down the halls. Ethan wasn't afraid of him, exactly, just careful. With a 7-year-old daughter, Mia, depending entirely on him, he couldn't afford even the smallest mistake. Every bill, every doctor appointment, every school supply, every meal, everything came from the paycheck he earned by keeping the building running. And Ethan worked harder than anyone. This morning, though, something felt off. He noticed unusual activity, executives talking in hushed tones, security standing in new positions, and Adrian himself walking around the lobby as if searching for something, or someone. Ethan tried to avoid catching his eye, but luck rarely favored him. Adrian paused mid-stride and stared directly at him. "You, come with me," he said. Ethan's heart hammered as he followed him into the private elevator. Billionaires didn't call janitors or maintenance workers into meetings unless something was wrong, terribly wrong. The elevator reached the top floor, silent and tense. Adrian walked ahead, stopping inside his office, an intimidating room with floor-to-ceiling windows and a view of the entire city. "Ethan," Adrian began slowly, almost studying his face. "How long have you worked for me?" "8 years, sir," Ethan replied cautiously. "And you've never taken a day off without a reason. You show up early, you stay late, you fix problems before others even know there's a problem." Ethan nodded, unsure where this was going. "That's why," Adrian said, his voice suddenly cold, "you're fired." The words hit Ethan like a physical blow. His knees weakened. Fired, without warning, without explanation, his breath caught in his throat. He thought of the rent due in 2 days, Mia's school fees, the groceries he barely managed to buy last night, the warm jacket his daughter needed for winter. Everything flashed through his mind like a collapsing deck of cards. I don't understand," Ethan whispered, desperate to keep the tremble from his voice. "Sir, if I made a mistake, please tell me. I can fix it, please don't fire me. I have a daughter. I can't." "Stop," Adrian cut in, raising a hand. "There are no second chances. Pack your things." Ethan felt something inside him crack. But even then, he didn't argue further. He simply lowered his head and said softly, "If this is your decision, thank you for giving me 8 years of work. I wish I knew what I did wrong." As Ethan turned to leave, Adrian spoke again, this time in a voice that wasn't cold at all. "Wait." Ethan paused at the door. Adrian exhaled deeply, almost disappointed. "You're really going to walk away? Just like that? No anger, no excuses, no blaming others, nothing?" Ethan blinked, confused. "Sir, what else should I say? I'm a single dad. My daughter sees me as her hero. I can't go home angry or broken. I have to stay calm for her. I have to accept what life gives me and keep going. That's all I can do." For the first time, Adrian's expression changed. Something softened. "Sit back down," he said. Ethan hesitated but obeyed. Adrian studied him for several seconds, then leaned forward. "You were never fired. This was a test." "A test," Ethan repeated, stunned. "Yes," Adrian said, "a loyalty and character evaluation. We're restructuring the company and promoting people we can trust. I wanted to see how you would respond under pressure. Most crumble, some lash out, but you," he paused. "You reacted with dignity, with strength, and with responsibility for someone other than yourself." Ethan didn't know whether to breathe a sigh of relief or be angry at being tested this way. "Sir, with all due respect, I don't think testing people with their livelihood is fair." Adrian's eyes sharpened, not with anger, but introspection. "Perhaps you're right," he said quietly. "But I needed to understand something. You see, I grew up poor, just like you. I know what it feels like to fear losing everything. And sometimes, the only way to judge character is to see how it acts in crisis." Ethan swallowed. "And, what did you understand about me?" "That you are exactly the kind of person this company needs," Adrian said firmly. "I'm offering you a new position. Director of Facility Operations. Salary tripled. benefits improved, housing stipend, and a savings plan for your daughter's future. Ethan froze. I don't know what to say. Say yes, Adrian replied simply. What about the people who think I'm just a maintenance supervisor? Won't they question it? Adrian gave a rare smile. Let them. You earned this. Ethan felt tears sting his eyes, but he held them back. He thought of Mia, sitting at school right now, drawing pictures of princesses and superheroes. He imagined telling her, Daddy did it. We're going to be okay. Thank you, sir, Ethan whispered, his voice thick with emotion. You don't know what this means. Oh, I do, Adrian said. And one day, when life gives you power, I hope you'll use it the way I intend to use mine. To lift someone who deserves it. Before leaving the office, Adrian added one more thing. Ethan, never hide your strength. It's the reason you're here today. As Ethan stepped out of the elevator, head spinning, heart racing, he pulled out his phone and looked at the picture of Mia smiling with missing front teeth. He whispered, Baby girl, Daddy didn't fail today. But the story wasn't over. Later that evening, Ethan got a message from Adrian's assistant. The CEO wants to meet your daughter tomorrow. Ethan was nervous but curious. He brought Mia, whose eyes lit up when she saw the shiny offices and big windows. Adrian stepped out, smiling warmly. So this is the famous Mia. She hid behind Ethan shyly until Adrian knelt down and asked, Do you know how brave your dad is? She shook her head. He stood tall even when life pushed him down. And that makes him a hero. Mia beamed. I already knew that. Adrian laughed softly, then handed her a small envelope. Inside was a scholarship certificate, for her entire education. Ethan's breath caught. Sir, this is too much. No, Adrian said, this is what you earned the moment you chose integrity over fear. And that was the moment Ethan realized, sometimes the world breaks you just to see whether you can rise. And if you rise, life rises with you. Before the story ends, make sure you like this video and subscribe to Goodness Hub Stories because more powerful stories are coming your way. Ethan hugged Mia tightly as they walked out of the building, the sun setting behind them. But for the first time in years, the future didn't feel dark at all. It felt like a beginning.